Chef Pyatt, and today we are going to be learning how to make a Texas sheet cake. So first of all, we're going to sift our 4 cups of flour into a bowl. And as you can see, this works a lot faster than those old-fashioned hand crank sifters. A lot easier. You're not making your hand get tired by, pulling the lever for 10 minutes. So it goes through a lot more quickly and it's a lot more efficient. And you're going to add your 4 cups of sugar to it, and then you're going to mix that together. Okay, we're going to set this aside and we're going to go over to the stove where we're going to make the hot part of our batter. All right, so we're going to put 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of shortening, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 2 cups of water. We're going to bring this to a simmer on the stove and let the butter and the shortening melt. We're going to keep mixing it because you don't want your chocolate to stick to the bottom of your pot. Okay, now that is ready to go. Now we're going to move over to our mixer. First, we're going to take our flour and sugar that we've mixed together and pour that in our big Hobart. Okay, and then we're going to pour our hot chocolate and butter mixture over that. Now we're ready to get this to mixing. We're going to have this set on a low speed and we're going to mix it just until combined. You don't want to over mix this. Okay, we're going to move this up a notch on speed. We're going to take our rubber spatula and scrape down the sides, so that way we can make sure all of our flour and sugar is incorporated with our chocolate. Okay, and that is ready. Okay, next we're going to be adding our buttermilk. It's 1 cup of buttermilk. Now, if you don't have buttermilk but you still want to make this recipe, you can make your own buttermilk with 2 ingredients that you have in pretty much any kitchen. 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, and then fill it up the rest of the way to the 1 cup mark with regular milk, then let it set at room temperature for 5 minutes. You do not just want to replace it with your plain milk because you need the acid in the buttermilk, which is provided by that vinegar, to activate your baking soda. So we're going to add our buttermilk and start it mixing. We're going to add our eggs. So if you're using whole eggs at home, use 4 large eggs. 1 large egg is equivalent to a 1/4 cup. So if you're using like an egg substitute or the containered baking eggs, you'll use a full cup of eggs. Two teaspoons of vanilla and your baking soda. Okay, we're going to stop this again and go ahead and scrape down our sides with our rubber spatula. Make sure everything is getting incorporated. Now this is a large recipe for a full sheet pan. So if you're wanting to make this for home and you don't have a large sheet pan or you don't have room for a large sheet pan, then you just half your ingredients and make it on your half sheet pan, which is typically going to be like a cookie sheet. Okay, now we're going to take this off and put it in our prepared pan. All right, so we are going to pour our cake batter into this large sheet pan. Okay, you're just going to spread this out, make sure it goes evenly into all the sides, all the corners of your pan. Now, a Texas sheet cake is a denser cake, almost more like a fudgy brownie than an actual cake, so you do want it to be thinner. So don't be alarmed when it looks like it's real thin in the pan, because it's not going to be a big thick cake. All right, so we're going to put this in our oven. If you are using a regular oven at home, it's going to be 400 degrees. This oven is a convection oven, so it's going to set at 375. Anytime you're cooking in a convection oven, you're going to lower your temperature by about 25 degrees, and you're going to lower your time for by about 5 minutes. So this is usually takes about 20 minutes to bake. So in this oven, it's going to take right at 15. All right, for our frosting, we're going to start with 1 cup of butter, half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 2/3 cup of milk. We're going to bring that to a boil over a medium flame. Okay, once it has come to a boil, we're going to take it off the heat. Okay, so we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 2 pounds of confectioner's sugar. Now, you'll find your confectioner's sugar usually comes in a 2-pound bag. Those of you who cook at home mainly know it as powdered sugar. You're going to stir that until it's completely incorporated. Okay, once you have that completely mixed in, you're going to add 2 cups of pecans. Mix that. And then you're going to pour the whole thing over your prepared cake while it is still warm. And then just spread it over. All right, after you get that completely spread on there, you're going to let it sit until it hardens just slightly. Okay, and there you have it, Texas sheet cake.